Hello YouTube. I've walked this river already. Well, I've definitely walked a lot of the river already because of the poorly recorded no roads challenge that I did. That was pretty much half of the video you can't see, which is a shame. But I had fun making it, that's all that matters. I went and cleared this river a couple of days ago just because there's a lot of shit. And I've been cleaning this park multiple times per week, almost every day, sort of as like a commute thing. So commuting back from work, I go and clean it, and I mean immediately there's already something that wasn't there a couple of days ago. Oh, vape pens, lovely. It's whilst I have been clearing the river and the road and the park consistently, I found lots of random stuff. I have found a bag of microphones, which is very random. I found lorry straps spewed around, all sorts of random rubbish. When I cleaned this river, I found a lot of interesting things. Here, not very far into the river, there's loads of bottles. This one's not very interesting, it's probably quite a new bottle. It's fairly worn though. It says Buxton, and of course I am in Buxton. I'm in Buxton right now. So, those pieces of glass that say Buxton, they are old Buxton water bottles. And I found one that's almost intact and one that is practically perfect. It still has a rubber seal, although admittedly when I tried to clean it, the rubber seal has decided that it didn't want to be a part of the bottle anymore and has moved itself. But I still have the rubber seal. And it has a little glass marble in it. You go, and you can rattle it round. But that bottle could be up to 140 years old, and it was still lying in this river. There are a lot of random bottles that seem to be trapped in this corner. In fact, this is the bottom of another Buxton water. Ugh. Covered in gunk. At this point I started just completely ranting to myself in this river. I have cut the video down considerably to make it a little bit more coherent, but now I'm going to show you the two Buxton water bottles that I had found, as well as another Buxton bottle that isn't a water bottle. The bottle that you're currently looking at, the one that I'm holding in my hand just outside of the crescent, is called a cod neck bottle. It was patented by Hiram Cod. It's a very interesting bottle design, at least it looks a bit peculiar nowadays. It was first patented in 1872, and the Buxton Mineral Water Company was one of the very first companies to be licensed to use this bottle. They used it for their sparkling water. Now, you can only really use it with carbonated water because the marble at the top is held up by the gases. But there's a little rubber seal at the top and the marble when you come to see it on a store shelf. So when you want to drink it, you whack the marble in and then it goes sort of towards the middle where it's squished, so it can't go all the way down into the water. And when you want to drink it, you just tilt it to the bottom where that indentation is and the marble gets stuck in that bit of glass, and so it doesn't go barreling towards you. If you tip it the other way around, it will do that and then it will seal it, and so you can't get any water out of it. I found that out the hard way whilst trying to clean it. So this next bottle, although not perfectly intact, is very similar to a much earlier design from about the 1850s, 1860s called a torpedo bottle. And you can see on this bottle it is actually designed to sort of be stored on its side rather than sat upright. As all the branding is all on its side. It's got a lovely stag and some rocks. But the difference with this and the torpedo bottle, I think it comes all much later, sort of around the time of the cod neck, maybe even after, and it's not for sparkling water, for regular old spring water. but it has a flat bottom, so you can also store it upright. The final one of the bottles that I kept to myself is the Denman & Co. Limited Wine Merchant's bottle. I believe it's roughly 90 years old. I couldn't really find much about the company on the internet. All I could find was an archive of a receipt, which was from 1934, I believe. But I'm just outside of what is the original Denman & Co. shop that has just been refurbished as of a couple of weeks ago, back to what it used to be when they owned it. No idea what was in it. Was it alcohol brewed here? I don't know. Oh, still rambling, am I? Right, yeah, this video's a bit of a mess. I'm here to stay. Let's patch it all back up together. So the main parts about this video really is it's astonishing that bits of glass such as that are still intact. And it is amazing that you can still find these artifacts today, and I would encourage people to go out and go looking for them. Maybe not throwing yourself into a river, that's probably not the best way of doing it, but I'll be surprised if there weren't other rivers like this, where it's nice and shallow and you can still find bottles as old as I have. But another thing to sort of take away from this video is, please, for the love of God, stop littering. Please. I know it's not my job to clean this up, but I take pride in sort of where I live and cleaning it up and making sure that it is a nice place to live. We are right on the steps of the Peak District, and it might be the first place that you see, particularly if you're coming from Manchester, of the Peak District. You would come through Buxton before you go to whatever attraction or whatever hill or wherever you were going in the Peak District. You've got to set an impression, and when it's covered in rubbish, it's not a very good impression. So please, pick up after yourself, stop throwing rubbish out your car, yada yada, things like that. Look after the places that you live, and look after the places that you visit. But I'm also going to end this video with a couple of points with this channel, basically, just a sort of a channel recap, because I think this is a good video just to throw it in. I have been away for good time now. It would be getting close to 6 weeks. I've basically been working every day of the 6 weeks holiday. So the regular uploads ended abruptly. I think I did about 15 or 16 weeks of regular uploads, and then I had the sort of vloggy stuff towards the end because I went on a couple of holidays. I apologise if you don't like the vloggy stuff. They are here to stay, basically, for me and my friends. Just things to look back on. I don't really mind if people watch them as well. They're just on the internet, so anyone can have a laugh, really. But videos like the urban exploring, I do want to do more stuff like that, but I have more serious stuff in the works. Now, I'm not going to speak of them just yet because I don't want to jinx it or curse about it, but it could be very serious, something very close to my heart, something I'm very passionate about. More news will come as soon as I've got something solid, something written down, and I'll let you know, and then we can start getting more regular uploads once the ball is rolling with that. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed looking at these old bottles that I found. I hope you don't litter. I hope you have a very good rest of your day. Thank you very much. Ta-ta for now.